are you ready for a horror show?
Karaoke showdown!
No, not that.
Anything but that.
You're a burping gutter slut.
What in the world? Look at Lita go! Milkomania is running!
Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh my God!
I'm something about it.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Tops and Bottoms. My name is Joey Mayberry, and this is a special edition covering everything WWE Extreme Rules, the horror show.
Stop it, Patrick! You're scaring him!
Why they did a horror show pay-per-view in July, nobody will know. But I am going to go through each and every match on the card that happened this past Sunday and declare each match either a top or a bottom before I declare the entire pay-per-view a top or a bottom. You get the drift here? So let's dive right on in. We're gonna start with the pre-show. It was Kevin Owens going one-on-one with Murphy. I really miss calling him buddy.
Over kick right on the chin! Here comes Murphy! No! Into a stunner! Kevin Owens takes care of Murphy!
This match did not disappoint. It was exactly what I expected it was going to be. Both of these men are top tier talents. And honestly, for a pre-show match, I enjoyed it. It wasn't something that I couldn't have seen on Monday Night Raw, but you know what? It's pre-show. Whatever. It's art crawl.
Shut your mouth. It's our call.
I am going to declare the opener of Murphy versus Owens a top. Let's go into the actual pay-per-view now because the show opened up with the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Kofi kicks it up high! This is gonna do it! No, the tables! Cesaro and Nakamura win the tag titles!
Was the New Day defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura in a tables match. I went into it a little bit just apprehensive and skeptical because I get it. It's Extreme Rules. You gotta put them in a stipulation match. It was a little bit just kind of like, okay, this is predictable, but I didn't hate the match. I thought it was fun for what they gave us. I do wish for a little bit more, just kind of creatively, because I know it's COVID, I know it's kind of like going crazy everywhere, but this was just kind of like, okay, I expected this. It's basic booking, but it was still good. And we got brand new SmackDown Tag Team Champions in Cesaro and Shinsaro. Shinsaro? Does that work? Is that a thing? New champs, good match. I'm declaring it a top. We're staying on SmackDown for the second match. It was Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Nikki Cross.
That thing that says boss on her hand to Bayley with a face plant to Cross. Thanks to Sasha, Bayley retains. And don't tell me you didn't see that.
This match was just good. I was really happy to see Nikki get a chance to show off and show out and really just introduce her character a bit more, because the main roster has not been the kindest to her despite 2 women's tag team championship runs. I was really happy to see her really get a moment to shine. Bayley looked really good, but Bayley always looks really good. Like, there's nothing that Bayley can really do wrong unless it's involves the Singapore Cane and Alexa Bliss. Aww. I knew it was going to lead to some sort of distraction because you had Sasha Banks and you had Alexa Bliss on the outside. And that's just kind of how these matches have been tending to be booked lately. But Bayley retained, as I also expected, because there was really no way they were going to put it on Nikki Cross unless they wanted to surprise us, which I wouldn't have minded, but it didn't happen. This match was solid. I'm going to go ahead and declare it a top.
Really happening. Well, just as simple as that. MVP!
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, and God did I wish I was.
Oh, God! Oh, no.
The eye for an eye match between Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins was the most anticlimactic thing I've probably ever seen in WWE. No lie, that's a lot of shade, but it just gave me wrestling blue balls. I wanted to see something a little bit gory. You hyped it up as the horror show. You literally have a match stipulation to where the winner has to rip the other person's eye out of their socket. Make it gory, and you made it cleaner than the freaking Mr. Clean Man. I really wanted more from it. I just did it. How long has this feud been going now? I don't know. COVID time makes everything seem like forever. I wanted to see some kind of big payoff, and it didn't give it to me. It didn't, and sad to say it, but the next match was the Raw Women's Championship. It was the boss, Sasha Banks, going up against the champion. Sorry, that's still my favorite Asuka thing ever. But Asuka defended her Raw Women's Championship in a match that did not let anyone down.
An official referee uniform. He's not an official referee, Joe. What are you talking about? You gotta be kidding me. Banks is called into the cover. No! What?
Oh my God, these two women went out there and proved exactly why they are two of the best women to ever step foot into a WWE ring, and I will stand on that hill to the day I die. At the very end, we saw Bayley slide in with a referee shirt and count the 3 on Asuka to let Sasha win, but she didn't win. So now next week on Monday Night Raw, we're going to have an official match to declare the new champion. I didn't hate this ending whatsoever. I thought it was a little creative, honestly, because it's just something different. It's something we haven't seen in a hot minute. So I was really glad to see Sasha do this. I don't fully know how I'm feeling about how it's being played out, because we're just having kind of a rubber match, and I'm hoping that there's some sort of creativity behind that rubber match, just so that we can see something new, because right now we're borderlining stale, and Asuka is kind of really keeping it fresh just via how eccentric she is. Sasha and Bayley are playing heels to a T. I'm ready to see exactly what's going to happen when these two forces finally come in and we get that conclusion that we're really wanting to see. I can't deny this match whatsoever. It's a top. The next match was the WWE Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and the champion Drew McIntyre, stipulation being that it's an Extreme Rules match for Dolph Ziggler. So he can use weapons, McIntyre can't.
Countdown of his own. Oh, and a Claymore! Claymore! McIntyre hit the Claymore! McIntyre overcomes Ziggler!
This one, Okay, so do you ever sit through a wrestling match and you're just like, and that's it. It just went from okay to I'm ready to move on.
Hey people, move along. There's nothing to see here.
And I wish that it felt a little bit more exciting, a little bit more exuberant, but also I just didn't really care for the people in it. I love Drew. Dolph Ziggler was just an odd choice for me to toss in there. I love the change up. I love keeping it fresh. But I would rather see it kept fresh with maybe like an NXT call-up or someone completely different. This kind of felt a little bit forced. It sounded like something that got pitched to writers from Ziggler or Drew maybe, and it just kind of like, It wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't the worst match ever, but I'm gonna give it a bottom. Now we're gonna go down here to the swamp and get us some gumbo. I have no idea what I just did. But the main event was a swamp fight. It was non-title. It was Braun Strowman going back to the Wyatt swamp to face Bray Wyatt in... Y'all, I want these cinematic matches to just be great, and this one was wild.
It's over.
I don't think it was great, but it was definitely something. Like, out of like the graveyard match, and then you move into the Street Profits Viking Raiders thing, and then you move into this one. This one was right there in the middle. Like Viking Profits was bottom and Graveyard was the top. This met right in the middle. Smack dab in the middle. This was something kind of fun. It was a little fresh. It was kooky. It was crazy. It was creepy. It was the Addams Family. This was just fun, and also I was a little drunk for it, and I went back and watched it sober, and I was like, oh, this is still fun. So I guess it was fun, and I am going to declare it a top. So with 5 tops versus 2 bottoms, that is going to make Extreme Rules, the horror show, a top pay-per-view. Yay. 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 It didn't feel much like a top for me. I left feeling a little bit bittersweet after watching it. But what did you think? Do you want to be thick fit too? Do you agree with my opinions? Leave a comment down here.
First rule of the internet. Do not read the comments.
Click that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you're notified anytime I post new content. My weekly show of Tops and Bottoms, where I review the entire week of wrestling, is every single Sunday. Please check that out. Also, my show, The Great 8, has officially debuted. My first episode featured the top 8 moments of Lita's career, and my next episode will be dropping beginning of next month. It is going to feature the top 8 moments of the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. As always, please join me again next week and check out Ring the Bell. It's on my channel. Check their channel out. Go look at them. I love you all. Stay safe and be well out there. Wear a mask. I love you all. Goodbye. Virtual hugs. Well, this is awkward.
Awkward sibling hug?
Awkward sibling hug. Pat, pat.